tight end's the tackle's going to take care of business.
Right. Which he does, yeah. Perfect. He just rides that guy on down in there, and that's the cut right at the official. Now he could have tried to come on. This guy's wrong here. He's got to back in a little bit to get that pitch relation. See, he's too wide.
Out of curiosity, how fast was your quarterback?
He's a 4.5 kid. I mean, I was straight coach clocking at 4.4 something, but them guys always. Now here's our #1 screen off the zone to get the flow. We sell zone with everybody and throw the screen back to them, because I know one of the things is what's your best screen to complement.
So it's basically a blind jailbreak screen?
No, he's actually, they take 3 hard steps in like zone, then they come back.
Wow.
It's been a really good play for us. Because now you got backers out of the mix because they are flying to the zone, and it just complements our zone. So see how he rides the zone? Like his true zone, and backside of it, we run the screen. Now this tackle's trying not to get, this guy's trying not to get picked off because of the zone. He take his butt on, and he played it pretty good, but you still got people fall.
Yeah, the perimeter blocking is like jailbreak. The offensive line, what are you telling them?
The offensive line is slot a #2. If this was Max, because we're running this from Max too, well, we need a receiver over here all the time for this. He has cone. He push to the cone. They sell zone. These 3 run zone. You call 37. The left side runs 37. These 3 run 37, except after the 3rd step, they retrace it. They going back.
This is belly or zone themselves?
This is zone. This is off the zone. Because we want the back full floor cross. This guy has flat defender. This guy has alley to trash. The guard.
Tackle goes flat.
The backside has flat. The backside guard has alley to trash.
The wideout who's getting the screen, do you tell him to work across the field till he sees daylight, or does he have to come back outside looking for the alley?
No, what you tell him is take three steps up,
Yeah.
and then retrace his track, and then find that flat defender's block. So it should look like this: 3 steps, back around, and catch the alley, and then be a player.
3 steps up, how many back?
3 steps, and just retrace your steps. Retrace them right back in here. It's pretty good right now.
Read block on the flat?
Yeah, the tackle pulling out. Right here. This corner, this guy's wrong. He pressed too much to him. He's got to press and get that block. Because this guy should be flat to whoever shows up, which would have been him.
2-man screen, Emily? Tackling guard, no center, nobody else?
Nobody else, right. All we wanted them to do, watch some guys sell his own. Watch they take off like they're going to cut off. See right there?
Probably didn't get 3 steps out of that OT right here.
You know,
right?
because of the blitzer.
Yeah.
You know, normally that guy's scraping flat.
That's what the slots tend to do sometimes, though, right? They want to dig too much with the cover down, sell it, and they end up missing the.
And he's missing them to the right side. We told him if we're going to lose him, lose him up the field.
Yeah.
But get a piece of him.
Right.
QB mesh and throw?
QB mesh and throw, yes. This is the same play, but it's off the spread out. Same play. Remember, spread out, zone, all that's the same for the line. The zone scheme. But this is because we do run some sprint and they sling. This is just it with a sprint. But it's the same thing, except we're not faking the handoff, we just showing sprint. He takes 3 hard steps, trying to throw. Same play. Same play for the line. It's just like, it's quick X to the line. Quick X, quick X, quick X. They don't know if we sprinting to it. They don't know if we, you know, play action zone into it. It's just to get them to move. Same as the zone gets them to move. Same, it's a sell zone. Backside tackle. 3 hard steps like you're cutting off for zone. 1, 2, 3, plan, go back. So this is our #1 compliment. That was our #1 compliment, and we didn't do as much this year as we had in the past. But there are more on that thing he already counted.
#1 compliment to Belly,
To zone.
to zone.
#1 compliment to zone. And then this is, of course, a staple for us. We run reverses. We run reverses like, this is the first year we ran, I think we ran 3 reverses this year. Last year, I bet we ran 2 a game.
Because of Pac-Man?
He only ran a couple of them. But we, you know, it's because of the flow. We run so much zone, we just always have to have a reverse coming back because they always fit for the zone in the belly. You know, so, but this was a staple for us. We went to every game saying we got to run at least 2 of them.
This is your #2 compliment?
This is our #2 compliment. It's just straight zone reverse. Because remember, everything looks the same up here. Everything, zone. You got the backers are dead because they're throwing.
How about keys to this besides calling them the right situation?
The minute we see the, and that's the only zone reverse, we had some sweep reverse this year. When the backers are flowing, as soon as we see the backers flowing, we're not really worried about the guy playing the quarterback because that's his guy. After he hand it off, he goes blocks that guy.
Is it a naked reverse in terms of who's got,
And say you don't point linemen, do
you know, pulling linemen?
On the reverse,
Zone reverse.
yeah, we pull on one backside. The one backside should have been pulling. We pull the tackle. He does the same thing, and we always push crack the receiver away from the reverse. See, the backside tackle should have been going out to the flat. 3 steps and go. See?
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, it's the same as that quick X. He just takes 3 hard steps and go back.
Wide receiver is going to push
You
crack,
should always push crack the safety.
even versus cover 2.
Yeah, we don't really like it versus cover 2,
Right.
but yeah, he pushed crack. Yeah. Watch him. Push crack. Leave that guy in the flat for the corner. Or the quarterback. They say something right.
You like to run that back to a single receiver side or a
Single receiver side, yes. This, I don't know why this is on. We just ran this is stretch, that's why. This is 4-minute offense. We want to run the same low zone from Max and run the stretch play where we just kick it out, dump the tray, and then this is what we run. 4-minute offense because it stays in the same zone scheme for the lineman. That's you know, we just put a fullback back there, let him be a low back, just like this, and the fullback's wrong here. Because remember, this is just like match form. If he was here reading that 1 to 2 read, he makes the read, right? Because he thinks the number 1 read is, but once he decides to come, because he's running, that's why he's reading.
Right.
But once he decided to come back in, he should come all the way inside. And he would have fell right on the guy that's coming off right there.
Mm-hmm.
He got caught up all in there. But as you can see, for the line, it's zone blocking. It's zone, boom. Now down here, I tell them don't play around with the stretch too much. For lanes open up, lower your shoulder and take it. I mean, 1-2 yard line. So that's just what he's doing. I mean, sucker opens up on your way to your tracing, take it. Down here's a little different. I mean, they got about as many people you can have in the box right here. To tell you the truth, we should be throwing it. But this follow it, I don't know what the score is.
10-0.
Yeah, it's still early. We should be throwing forward.
10-0.
There's nothing.
There's-
Yeah, we should be throwing. I mean, they got 9 people down there. They got a bunch of safeties down low. You go right there. Yeah, we should be throwing forward.
One more time, please.
Let me tell you the rule on zone, because this is a big factor on tight end zone. Whenever there's a 3 technique in the big out linebacker, the tight end has to stay in the box. He can't full zone it out. He has to stay in the box. Because there's no way we can get this center pass it, all the way to his right side.
Right.
So we just keep him in the box. And again, for the reason of keeping it simple, we could easily load this, that max call I was talking about, max, to let them know they don't have to chase him. There's a fullback back. But the tight ends ain't with us on that. They don't know when there's a fullback back there or not. Because we don't spend a lot of time with them having to know who's in the game. When you first put an offense in, sometimes you gotta, we all do it. We say, well, in this formation, you don't have to worry about that guy because there's a fullback. In this formation, but that's a lot of thinking when you know how to run fast. So we make simple rules like if there's a beat, you got to stay in the box. We let the guy with the time and distance make the adjustment. You see what I mean? That's why you see on this play, this is a perfect example of that theory. That's why on this play, because on straight zone, the tight end should have him.
Right.
Straight zone. The reason he don't, because the tackle see the 3 technique guy and he keeping them in the box. He's saying trade. You see what I mean?
I think they got a pretty good defense of this right here, right now.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's why he's going trade. We know he's going to be free. That's a safety man can make the play. You see what I mean? So he's got the time and distance. He know the rule of the tight end got to stay in the box. He's the one just adjust to the number 4. You see what I mean? Because that's who he would have if the tight end wasn't in the game.
Right.
Pretty amazing that this ball can come out here. Great discipline by the back. Because he sees that man up on the line, he doesn't hear a max call.
His job is to chase that tackle's butt down. That's the key. He's going to chase that tackle's butt down. He ain't thinking about it. Okay, he's up here. That's all on his mind right now. See, the reason the tight end blocks out here is because there's no 3 technique with a big out linebacker. So he's blocking. The tackle didn't put him on the tray call. They just take your tracks and let him fit it up. Boom. See how you work the number 4? Same as that max split. When we run the tight end, we call that Oregon. We run that same 20 personnel from 21 personnel. Nothing changes. He still works to number 4.
Kevin, what was your run pass yardage total offense per game?
Yeah, that's what I need y'all. I'm gonna come back up here so y'all can go pass game. I saw y'all pass numbers. We only averaged 116 yards passing a game.
60 or 16?
16. That was by choice though. We could have passed a lot more.
Yeah.
We averaged 272 or 282 rushing. It was 4th in the country. We have been no higher than 8 in 5 years we've been. That was the first year. We've been 2nd, 4th, 5th, and like the 4th again or something like that. And the only teams that ever get us is Air Force, who run it 80 times a game. Minnesota, they do a hell of a job.
Out of curiosity, if any teams in our league leaned on you for information?
No, not.
Cornell has it?
Not that. You know what? I don't know this, but my receiver coach came to me about a week ago and asked me, can he go up to Cornell this Friday? And I said, well, yeah, I'm going to be going. Trickers in Atlantic City speaking or something. And I said, yeah, no, we didn't have any meetings today. So I said, yeah, you're going up to Cornell. And then I said, well, who do you know there? And he didn't really know anybody, and that spooked him. You know, Bruce knew y'all and Coach Gibby. And I was like, yeah, so I said, find out who's there. I want to know who's there first. And he came back to me like later that day and said, Carol, I don't think it's a good idea for me to go. And I said, well, good, stay here. I don't know why he came back to me and told me that, but they had called him. They had called to get me to come up there, and he said they called for me, and he told them, well, he's already going to be gone. He didn't tell them where I was going. He said he's not in the office. And they asked, well, can y'all send the coach up here, soon? So he came to ask me. And I said, but y'all don't really know anybody there. Who's there? You know what I mean? So we asked around the staff, and nobody really knew anybody there.
So don't go.
And I said, don't go. He didn't.
That's right.
Go. But that's the, I forgot about that. But when you asked, the only other school.
I know their offensive line coach a little bit. He's mentioned to me before how they've tried to, study you guys a little bit.
They did call. Now that I think about it, they did call. Yeah. And no, that was Furman. That was Furman. The guy from Furman called because he wanted to know something about what's hurt us, because they got a lot of spread teams on their schedule next year, something like that. And I don't know that guy. Like I'm gonna call him and say, this is what hurt us.
Here's how you hurt us.
So he can call John Robinson up there, whatever his name is, Syracuse. So this is what he said hurt you, So you just gotta be careful. This is what I think about this.
You can never be paranoid enough.
No, and you get paranoid about like leaving tape, because our policy is not to give our cut-ups, I'll be honest with you.
Right?
But I've always said, if a team gets your 12 games, like we had a team call us the other day. Who was it? I forget who it was. They called us and said, man, we want to meet with y'all because we got all 12 of y'all games. And we put it in the computer and cut it up. And we want to know how you're doing all this. And first we want to know how they got all 12 of our games. But this is really the real theory on it is, if a guy gets your game film, they got your cut-ups. They have them already. They just throw it in the computer and, and sort it out or whatever they do with it. So, but you're still paranoid. You still, but it still happens so fast that it's. I hear Rich all the time. He always say, guys, when we go talk, we gotta.
Not tell them everything.
Yeah, and then I hear him talking. He's telling me, I'm sitting down there going, Coach, you just told me that, But you just go, because you still got to stop it. And then they don't meet all the time about predictability. They don't meet all the time about Calvin, because I'm a big South Scout guy. And I look at it and we predictable. But I said, name a good team not predictable. You do what you do well. When you so unpredictable sometimes, you're probably not real consistent either. Because you change things because the numbers telling you should. I ain't talking about throwing, we got to throw the ball better and we got to throw it more. We throw it very efficiently. We always top half of, like we ended up 23rd or 24th in the country pass efficiency. Because we're efficient when we throw it. We don't turn it over, we complete the balls, we just don't throw it a lot because people haven't stopped our run. But we can throw it if we have to. And we need to throw it more. That's going to be the emphasis this spring. But we predictable. To a certain degree. But the offense kind of helps us not be predictable because on all these plays, there's 2-3 options.
Right. You're predictable in that you're going to run the football, but you just don't know who's going to be where and how.
Who's going to be carrying. That goes back to philosophy of make them defend all skill. Not just if we shut that quarterback down, boy, we good. If we if we just stop that slot or that X, that's why your Y and your X is your two best receivers. Because they're opposite sides of the ball. This is your main guy, one-on-one guy. That's your main receiver, the best one. Your Y is your athletic one, the one that can shake a safety. Because remember, the overhang's worried about the run game so much, he's left one-on-one with the safety over the top a lot of times. Your Z is your speed guy. Clear him out. Get the corner out of the play. Throw deep posts over the safety who's biting for the right game. And then your H is just that blocker, because he's blocking the boundary guy a lot. When you're running that zone from 2x2, he's got to block that cover down and more traffic. So the way you want to spread your receivers out, the way we spread our receivers out, is X your main guy, your best receiver. And normally a taller guy. throw deep balls to, comebacks, all that stuff. Your H is just a good receiver, good, solid, dependable receiver for you, who could possibly run the ball if you run some of that dash stuff. You know, who's just a good former back, a good tailback who may be third team, who may be better than your first H. You know, you see if he can play H. Your Y is your war daddy athlete. He's your guy. It's supposed to be, in the scheme of things, your X is supposed to be the leading receiver, the Y is supposed to be the second leading receiver. So that's your war daddy. And then Z is the speed guy. Speed guy. He could be a little guy, he could be, you know. So that's the way we try to distribute it. You know, we put certain people where we think is their best. Your second best X might be your starting Z. You know, it's just regular football stuff, but you got to know who, you know.
But in 10 personnel, it's the H that becomes the other back, correct?
It's the H that becomes the other back, so that could be a tailback. In the perfect world, you don't have an H on your roster. It's your other tailbacks. The perfect world. You have a Y, Z, and an X. And then if you really want to be something special as offense, you find that tight end who can block enough that can flex out to be Y. Boy, now you really can go different formations.
Jason Miller.
Now you really,
Marco.
you're really rolling. Because you know that rule about waiting till you sub? Fool. You know, you ain't got to worry about that. You know? Because the first thought we have when the Y can't get the cover down. Well, the first thought is to bubble them and make them do all that. But the very next thought is, okay, the Y comes out and you put a tight end there. You're still in 2x2. You just ram over it. So now you're inside the cover down. You can always get them. You know. So, let me see what else is over there. This is just more of that stretch. You gotta understand, it's the same blocking from right. It's the only difference.
Back's got a wider aiming point.
I'll tell him to go right after the ass to the top. Same thing. It's just the way he drop steps and angles his shoulder. It looks like he's wider,
right,
but he's really not. Feels no different because number 4 is the fullback's guy. It's fine. But if all of these plays, which is I don't know how many plays on them, but if all of these plays, the line have done nothing different, except for a little call here and there.
Right.
Great job by left tackle. Passing that guy up to the guard.
Let's talk about the fullback here for a sec.
The fullback is being greedy.
Yeah.
One of the rules I have for the fullback is to never pass up cover on his way to his track, to his number 4. So if the number 4 is making the play, we made positive yards. But if somebody gets free, what he's doing is tracking his way to him. That's what he's doing, because we got really it's number 5 on this particular front, because we got a forward guy already for number 4. So he's actually working to take the extra defender, which is him. On his way to him, he thinks somebody's coming off, and he stops to stop that guy. That's all he's doing here.
He shouldn't miss a beat here. Right?
No, he shouldn't. He shouldn't even worry about that, because he knows the tailback's not going out there. You see it from the wide. See, he's tracking to him, and he starts tracking to him. You can see it. He's tracking him, but then he sees this out the corner of his eye and thinks this guy came off free. So he stops to make sure we get him. And I remember telling him, we already going on that. Owen, don't come backwards for him. You know, but that's because this guy didn't take care of his business. You know, because he's on his own step. He steps under himself and goes, he can't do nothing but kick that guy out. He don't make the guy stretch at all by taking that zone step. So that's just doing too much of what he's been told to do. And you know, he said, well, coach, I thought he was coming free, and you don't want to discourage him from that, because you don't want to get in the backfield. But you got to say, you know, the guy still had a little piece of him. Let him, you know, he was all right. You know, he shouldn't even worry about that. Because he knows the tailback's not going out there. 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 He knows the See, all he was doing was trying to tip and still work to his number 4. He was trying to stop that guy, and then he still got number 4 in his head, you know. But it's the same play. I mean, it's the same play. Zone with us getting number 4. That's a coward right there. Big bad Josh Layton. Big All-American Josh Layton. That's what Wannstedt said. I was quoting Wannstedt. I'm not talking about it. Wannstedt said we won't be able to do nothing on Josh Layton because he's All-American. I got two first-round cornerbacks in the fall game. They won't be able to throw the ball on us all that. We said, okay, we'll just run right out.
Now, when you have a tight end in the game and you run zone, basically, if he's not blocking the edge, if he's not blocking 4, and you tell the tailback that it's a reach read all the way unless someone goes outside the tight end.
Yeah, because of the 7 technique?
Yes.
Yes, it's a pre-snap. I don't like telling them it's a reach read all the way. It's a pre-snap reach read. But I still want him to read it as if
loops out.
Yeah, because he can loop, he can switch on you at the last minute. So I try to tell him in their head, it's still a read once you get the handoff. Here, the reason he's staying in the box is because there's a 3 technique with a big guy linebacker. At least he's a 2. He's just too close for comfort, so we keep him in the box. You know. So I'm just coming to clap. He was going to go for him, but once he went down inside, he got to go to the next one. Don't ever chase a guy. Now he's going to go all the way to number 4. That's the number 4 defender. On your way there, I told him if any shoulders are peeping out, to take the edge off. And Owen does a good job. But on his way to number 4, shoulder peeps out, he's going to pause that before he goes, which takes him off the other one. But we'd rather him make the
Sure,
play.
yeah.
That's I just need this. But that's kind of it. In a nutshell on the development.
Right.
And that's, I mean, and we believe in it and we do it. I mean, we just rep it and rep it and rep it. It's been days. It's been days. It's been
I'm going to read some notes back, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. Okay, philosophy: spread the field to make them defend the entire width of the field. Goal number 1, outscore the opponent and win. Multiple tempos. Quarterback must be dual threat run and pass, simple but not predictable. Must get good at something, trying to create mismatches. Get the ball into the hands of playmakers. Be as much as possible to make them account for QB. Make them defend all skill positions. Make defenders play in space where they can't make gang tackles / fit.
That's what it's at. Make them fit.
Want to be spread team but not finesse team. Yeah, that's obvious. Yes, you do. Want to run a 2-back offense and 1 back center. Denver Broncos. Formations. Veer flex 1. What we call veer flex doubles. Use trips and then tray. Motion, don't want a motion because it slows us down. Same deal. We need to ID the defense, and motion hurts us because it confuses quarterback and offensive line. A motion on plays when it doesn't matter what they do. Tempos, regular fast, Indy faster, turbo fastest.
No checks. No checks on turn. You got to run what you call. So it's got to be safe plays. If you're looking at, I didn't mean to cut you off, but if you're looking at a play that you want to make turbo and that could be changes, right now it ain't a turbo play.
Did you say there was a jet tempo too that you didn't mention?
Jet and turbo is the same.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Don't have cadence.
Turbo is what we call it. Jet's kind of like what we say. It's like a jet, you know.
Don't have cadence. Quarterback calls the play and says ready, and then must give the center an indication. Multiple indicators so people can't get a beat on you. Okay, no command to snap ball, so the offensive line must go either in rhythm or take a peek at the ball if you're going in a different cadence, if you're going into if you're phantom.
Yeah, phantom. I mean, ain't nothing called. They just line it up, run around.
And you're thinking.
And I'm thinking, Bob Social Time.
Center can make a call if that alignment will be delayed snap in phantom, so they must peek at ball, correct?
That's correct.
Tells the offense to go through the motions, but ready call is a dummy. To set the defensive quarterback or offensive coordinator, best play call. 20 personnel, rear flex, number one formation, presents power run game, spreads them out, still can run option. Not a hot throwing team, and that gives you the opportunity to block at least 7. Find the best formations to run zone and belly. Average 6 formations. Again, personnel quarterback is thrower first, but must be a very good runner.
Have to have some running ability. And I don't mean the 4-4, 4-5 kid all the time. He's just
Good decision guy. Good deal.
yeah.
Bubble screen uses play. Need a way to control 8-man front teams, cheating extra guys in the box. Would that be the number one deal?
Yes.
Zone bubble pre-snap read is extra man in the box. And the call is zone bubble, but it's still zone first, quarterback second, bubble third. Bubble is basically taking the place of option. I mean, if you're running belly
Triple,
option,
yeah.
or you're running belly triple,
Yeah.
that's just another way to attack the
It
quarterback.
is.
There's the third read. Number one play equals 2x2 zone. Tailback must take 2 steps past the quarterback. An aiming point is butt of the offensive tackle, run his heels down, chase his heels down. 18-inch splits are critical. If splits are too big, it's hard to run the play. Tailback read, defensive end, /C gap. Read is bounce first, bang second, bend third. Bang more times than not. Defense will pinch and scrape against zone, not a problem. Control map, variety ways. Just make sure I get on the same page. Number one is put tight end and backside block squeeze scrape. Lock call by tackle. Crack scrape the linebacker and keep the ball. Quarterback run on a veer flex to account for everybody. Or run right into it with veer flex and block number 4. Boot naked. That could be another possibility. Back call. Back call tells the backside offensive tackles to turn back on defensive end if linebacker scrapes. Who's making the back call?
No, the back that tells him to go. Not to do that. That tells him that. We was talking about the
Lock call tells the backside offensive tackle to turn back on defensive end if linebacker scrapes. Who makes the lock call?
that's a lock technique.
Is it built into a tag?
It's
or
built
call?
in. No, it's
Run?
built into the way we teach it.